Hi everyone, this is Inspirebeautiful. Romantic love is powerful, it's exciting, it's vulnerable, and it can feel transformative. But romantic intensity is not the same as emotional maturity. And without maturity, romance becomes unstable. Because love doesn't just require chemistry, it requires character. In episode 1, we discussed emotional safety, which is the foundation. In episode 2, we explored empathy, which is the root system of connection. In episode 3, we clarified that love is not just a feeling, it's a choice. But romance brings all those capacities under pressure. Because romance exposes you, it activates attachment, it surfaces insecurity, and it tests regulation. And that is where maturity becomes visible. Emotional maturity is not perfection. It's not ever feeling jealous, never feeling hurt, or never feeling afraid. Emotional maturity means you take responsibility for your emotional responses. Instead of saying, "You made me feel this way," you ask, "Why did this trigger me?" Instead of escalating conflict, you pause. Instead of withdrawing in silence, you communicate. Maturity is not about suppressing emotion, and emotional maturity becomes most visible during disagreement. Not when you feel understood, but when you don't. Not when things feel easy, but when something inside you feels threatened. The capacity to love includes the capacity to stay respectful when you're disappointed, to steady your tone when you're hurt, and to remain grounded when tension enters the room. Anyone can be loving when connection feels smooth. Maturity is revealed when conflict appears, and you choose regulation over reaction. Romantic love feels higher stakes because it involves longing, belonging, identity, and future. And when something feels high stakes, the nervous system reacts quickly. That's why small misunderstandings can feel large. Delays in communication can feel personal, and differences can feel threatening. Without emotional maturity, these moments spiral. With maturity, they become opportunities for clarity. Romance without maturity often looks like reactivity instead of reflection, scorekeeping instead of repair, avoidance instead of communication, and idealizing early and then resenting later. It can feel intense, even passionate, but intensity is not stability, and without stability, love becomes exhausting. The signs of mature romantic love are important. Mature love feels different. It looks like conflict handled without humiliation, apologies offered without defensiveness, needs expressed without accusation, and boundaries respected without retaliation. It's not dramatic, it's steady. It does not rely on constant reassurance. It builds trust through consistency. And consistency is maturity in action. Romantic love requires accountability, Not perfection, but ownership. Ownership of your patterns, your triggers, your communication habits, and your capacity to repair when you misstep. Because everyone missteps, but emotionally mature people repair. They don't protect ego at the expense of connection, they protect the relationship. A gentle reflection for you. Ask yourself, when conflict arises in romance, do I escalate or regulate? Do I blame or reflect? Do I seek to win or seek to understand? Romantic love is beautiful, but it reveals your emotional development quickly. And that is not something to fear. It's something to grow from. Romance is powerful, but power without maturity destabilizes. Emotional safety makes love possible. Empathy deepens it. Choice sustains it. And emotional maturity protects it. Because romantic love is not just about how deeply you feel, it's about how responsibly you love. And responsibility is what turns attraction into partnership. Inspirebeautiful. Take care, everyone. Thanks for listening.